Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tappingflamingo. This video I'm going to be making some more jewelry, not really for sure what that is yet, with my curated bead box that I got in February. I have absolutely loved this set that I made. I have a video on that, which I'll leave a link for you. And I want a bracelet to go with it, or I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm going to make. I still have all these beads left. I got tons of them. And I just love everything in here. It's going to be hard to decide what I want to make next. So let's kind of go through here while I try to figure out what I'm going to make. I've got these glass turquoise beads. They kind of look like turquoise a little bit there. And these clear crystals, which I think they have a little bit of a blue-green tint to them in my opinion. And then I've got these beauties. I love the green and the gold in there. And they go along really well with these, which I made something with this. I did a video on that too. A pair of earrings actually. And then I've got these. Now these remind me of peridot. They're glass beads and they got some green speckles in there, and it's just a clear crackle bead. And then I have some of these left over. I used this in that set I was wearing. I think these are my favorite. And these mermaid beads, those pretty. And I still have a few of those left. And let's see, I've got a couple of shell charms. Maybe I'll make a bracelet with this wire. This is memory wire. So I'm going to just set these aside over here while we design. And I am going to make me a memory wire bracelet, but it's not going to be multiple layers. I think I want to do it something similar to these bracelets I've done, where it's just a bangle. Just like that, and then you hook it with a lobster claw. So that means I'll need a lobster claw. And here's my memory wire. And let me grab all the beads I plan to use here. I want to use these bead caps. I want to mimic this here. And I think what I'm just going to do is these, you see mostly these big beads. This one, I want these smaller beads to be more the focal. And one thing I noticed when I was taking these off, some of them are kind of stuck together, which the design I'm using, it's okay. I tried to pull them apart, but I was afraid I was going to break them. But what we're going to do is I'm going to put 2 in between each of these with spacer beads like that. So it'll work fine. But on either end, I want to end with this. So then you'll have your lobster claw. Of course, I'll need a jump ring to use that. And then the loop on the other side will be where the lobster claw. Well, I guess I do need, some of them I've done where I haven't put a jump ring, but I guess I need to get a jump ring to put that. So when I'm cutting this, I need to keep that in mind. Now I have made some of these where I cut it too big, and then this part is kind of wonky. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. I cut it too long, so this hangs. Now, if you had a bigger wrist, it would work fine. But I have a smaller wrist, and so it kind of hangs funny. In fact, I can just put it on like that. And I don't like the way that hangs. I'm going to have to redo this. But this is more of a winter bracelet, so I probably will, that will be a project I work on when it gets closer to winter time. I'm going to go ahead and string these up to see what it looks like and try to get the accurate measurement before I go cutting. So basically, That's what we're going to have. I really like that look. So this is what it's going to look like. And I think what I plan to do is put one more bead on this side, one more bead on this side, like so, and then I'm going to make a loop. In fact, let me go ahead and do that now. I usually like to work with my wire all intact on my beading cord to do the same thing. I feel I use less. There's like less waste. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead. And make a loop. I made a couple of loops there. Let me feed these back down. Now I got to figure out how much I need to make the other loop. I'm going to use my memory wire cutters. In fact, I'm going to set all this aside. It's kind of in my way. Go ahead and put this bead on there. And let's see, let me make sure. Sometimes I like to use an existing bracelet just to kind of make sure, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm going to make, I said I made a double loop. I didn't make a double loop. I just went around twice. And I think I'm going to do the same thing here. Let me go ahead and put the clasp on here. Let me use this little thing. I don't want all my beads falling off at the end. All right. Let's open this jump ring up. Put on the lobster claw. Then go ahead and close it back up. That way I can get a better measurement accuracy in my measurement there. Let's get rid of this. And let me make the loop. I'm going to cut just a little bit more off here. I don't need a whole lot cut, just a little bit. And I'm going to make this loop kind of bigger. And now you can just take your lobster claw like that, and you have yourself a little bangle. Now, I'll be honest with you, I have a hard time putting these on by myself. And here's what it looks like on. I put a little bit of a bigger clasp on it. I'm not for sure I like that. It was easier for me to put on. I actually have a lot of hand issues. I have carpal tunnel, trigger thumb, trigger finger. I've had all kinds of surgery and stuff on my hands. So sometimes I have a hard time manipulating things. This is big enough for me to go over my hand, which I'm really not a fan of that. And I would rather have a smaller one clasp because of that. But since I am the only one here right now and I can't get it on by myself and I wanted to show it on you, I thought I would put the bigger clasp on. And actually, as I'm looking at it right now, it's not too bad. It's growing on me a little bit. But these are really a lot of fun to make. I've got several of them that I have worn. And I think this is going to make a great set to wear. And when I wear it, I will have somebody to help me put this on. Anyway, let me know what you think of my new Sea Jewels ensemble here. I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Mostly, though, I hope you all have a fantastically wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo signing out for now. Bye-bye.